The bill received strong opposition from these local authority members, calling it the minister's law and that it is aimed at taking away the power of local authorities. If the proposed legislation becomes law, the appointment of chief executive officers of local authorities will be done with the approval of the minister after being recommended by local authority councillors, which will also apply to the allocation of land in urban areas. It further gives Namibians first priority to buy land and properties, while foreigners will be considered as third-choice buyers.
Would like to say that the need for intervention in the property market is recognized, and that Namibia has a housing crisis is so. In the face of the concerns, however, in respect of this bill, it would appear that the bill may do far more harm than it would actually alleviate the problem. The answer to the housing crisis in Namibia may not be an easy one, but we believe it will not be found in the bill.
Even the current status of what we are having now is taking so long, where it is delaying even the development to take place in the towns. That's why we even wanted some of the hiccup to be shortened up, because now we are crying, we are having crisis of housing. Even though we are having crisis of the housing, we cannot get a backlog of the housing if the process still the same.
These proposed amendments have far-reaching consequences on effectiveness of the three-tier system of government. With the offset mentioned, the Municipal Council of Windhoek does not support many of the proposed amendments as outlined in the specific points of review that will submit to be reviewed by the committee.
They propose that the bill should include the recommendations on the reform of local authority adopted during the 2007 consultations.
What we are saying, whether it was not approved by cabinet, I think we have to make extra effort to make sure that it is approved and such, and it's become part and parcel of this amendment, because truly to come 5 years back here again with another amendment is not fair. I think the Republic must go, and we have to run our Republic effectively.
We propose that clear guidelines as to the requirements and how a chief executive officer should be appointed by a local authority council can be brought about in the draft amendment bill, if possible, so that the process is guided by a legislative process, but not the final authority or approval.
In her reply, Urban and Rural Development Minister refuted the perception that it is her bill, explaining that the proposed law was initiated long before she assumed office and it is aimed for the good of all local authorities in the country.
For as long as we want to keep the power and to be a monopoly in our dealings, we should also apply fairness in the distribution of the resources of this country. And this is what led this type of things to be brought in here by the leadership.
On the appointment of CEOs, the minister maintained that many councils often find it difficult to resolve internal disputes, especially between the top administrators of local authorities and the councillors, hence the need for the amendment. Representatives from the Commerce region and some parts of Hardap, Omaheke and Osholonjipa regions attended the meeting. For NBC News, Jeff Tachihumino, Windhoek.